Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to UFRL Racing. Here we are for Tier 3 again, and we are around Mexico today for the Mexican Grand Prix. It is going to be a very, very nice one. 36 laps around here. Gonna need some good straight line speed, especially for that massive long straight at the start. However, you're going to need some good corner speed as well. You have some quick S's there, and you've got some tight, slow corners. So, looking like we have 12 drivers today. We have the Williams. Jay Gooders is in the race today. We've got Priv Widget, UFRL William, who I believe is a debuter today. Or is he? No, he's been here a while. Sorry, I do apologise. It is not him. But we do have it. There he is. Literally the next car. Warrener. New starter today in the Kick Sauber. So let's see what he's able to do against these drivers. Didi Friend is in P5. So he's in the Alpine with Adam the Sweet there in the Haas, Cinders in the Ferrari, and Kesnet in the Kick Sauber. The two RBs of Shazam and 50 Gen, as always, are here. We've got Stone Cold, who is taking an engine penalty today, I have been informed. So that is him going out. However, he will be taking the engine penalty, so you'll not be setting a lap. And we have Iceman as well in the Aston Martin. So now we can actually get all the track data up, which I was supposed to do at the start. Get all those tyres on. And fastest lap. Here we go then. Who is going to be out? Stone Cold on the mediums, just trying to serve his engine penalty. But he will obviously not be doing a lap. So it looks like Jay Gooders wants to be the first one out there. A lot of these Tier 3 drivers have been pretty close on pace the past couple of races that I have commentated, and it's been really lovely to watch from these drivers. So as long as they are keeping it clean between each other, it should be all good, and I am actually so excited to be seeing it. I'm just going to make sure I get the stream up to make sure that everything is going according to plan. UFRL, there we go. Formula 1, we are live. Yes. And there's an ad. Of course, there's an ad for Twitch. Anyways, Jay Gooders will be the first one to do his lap with the other driver. He's got Stone Cold right behind him. Stone Cold should be pitting straight away, so you not need stress about that. A lot of other drivers have went out early though. Half the cars, have decided to go out and do their laps now instead of doing them later. As Jay Gooders will be starting his lap now. Let's see as he goes along through this big straight here, and he's opened the DRS there. Reaching over 200 miles per hour, revving up the gears is what should be happening down this lap, as it is a very need a lot of not much downforce, so you need a lot of straight line speed, and then you need to get through these corners nice and cleanly, get on the power as much as possible to get through this first sector. These two are DRS straight in the lap before going into the next tight corners, where you saw Max Verstappen push off Lando Norris in a controversial move in the Mexican race in real life, actually, as the Alpine needs to get out the way pretty much soon because he does not want to be invalidated, and Jay Gooder's on his lap here. There goes Stone Cold retiring the pits. And Jay Gooders is not going to be happy with this Alpine getting right in the way of his lap. And oh, the Alpine has decided a Priv Widget gets right in Jay Gooders' way, could not get out of the way in time. And that has ruined Jay Gooders' first lap. So we'll go on board with Keznit, who has not invalidated yet. So we will stay on board with him as he goes through this second sector. Is it going to be purple? Yes, it is. Obviously, he's the second driver out there. Jay Gooders 118 flat, but that is not representative of his time. And that will most likely definitely be a penalty towards Privilege. Always Alpine, said Silky Stevens. It's always the Alpines, he says. As we go across the line with Keznit, what's it going to be? 117.1. What is his teammate Warrener on his debut? Oh, sorry, Adam the Sweet is first. What is he going to get? He gets a 117.2. What does Warrener get? 116.3. 8/10 in front of his teammate on his debut. Now, could that be very, very good as UFRL Williams is in the pits? And then we have Iceman coming across the line, 116.450. As you can obviously see, we do not have Jar Jar Bing anymore. Jar Jar Bing was too quick. He was too quick for tier 3, so he's been bumped up to tier 2. And we hope a good time in that season. Let's hope he keeps it clean, but he was going to be way too dominant. So this championship fight is now on. What's this about engine penalties? Yes, so throughout the course of a season, you have to take an engine penalty. As Priv Widget's currently on his lap, you have to take an engine penalty at least, I believe it's one race. So you can't you have to just retire from that race and not qualify, as Priv Widget goes 115.8, 5/10 ahead of the next driver. What is his teammate going to be on those? There's a little bit of a backing up there as we got Kicksabber right behind the Haas. As DD Friend will go board with him going up to the time. Coffee says it's going to cost him the constructors. DD Friend goes right behind his teammate, 3/10 behind, as Adam the Sweet goes ahead of Keznit 116.6. Then there is Shazam on a lap right now. There's his Iceman is coming in. That will cost me the constructors though. What will Coffee Jar Jar Bing being in bumped up, he's been bumped up to the Aston. Oh wait, what you win? What's it you win, Coffee? Am I going mad? You are in the Aston Martin. How's that going to cost you? Oh, because he's not going to be dominating every race. I see. Shazam goes P5 with a 116.5 again. Pretty close between the top 6. Pretty close. I mean, Priv Widget is out there, but if these drivers can get good laps, I think they could all be around there. From what I've seen this season. Yeah, he was massive getting him. But yeah, he was, but now he's got a battle with the big boys. He was too fast, Coffee. Couldn't be having that now, could we? But let's see. I'm actually going to check what I am going to check. See if any drivers are currently racing out there. I mean, Warrener looks like he's trying to improve on this lap. He is 6 thousandths up. So we can have a look. Oh, it's a little bit squiggle there. Probably the time to pit now. But I will have a look at the championship standing. It's better for him in the long run. Yeah, it is. 100%. He gets a race with the faster guys. See what? Oh, Warrener bangs the wall. Unfortunately, that is not going to be a good enough lap to secure any high position now. Unfortunately, as Adam the Sweet is also going again. But we'll go on board with who was starting the lap. It's 50 Gent on his lap right now. Though it's Shazam that is not on a lap, so we'll have a look. Oh, look at all these drivers at the back here, and who is that lagging in the back? It looks like Jay Gooders, who's just having a terrible time with the connection right now. But looks like none of these drivers, except for Adam Sweet, are on a lap, but Fifth Gent is on a lap first, so we will go on board with him. Yes, let me check out the constructors is what I am doing. Here we go. On to the Tier 3 constructor standings. So from week 4, which has just been uploaded, Iceman is your leader currently, but he is only 8 points ahead of DD Friend. So can DD Friend take the championship today. He will certainly be hoping so, but let's see if it's going to be enough. He's starting off with a bang, getting 2 spots ahead of his championship rival. How close are the other drivers? 50 Gent is 20 points behind that, so he needs a good lap here. He's 117 flat, so potentially might have to improve, and the sweep is improving by 2/10, and oh my god, my alarm is going off there. I do apologise. It is absolutely fine. Here we go then. Adam the Sweet across the line. What's he going to be? P4 with a 116.4 just behind Warner. Warner has gotten a decent lap time for his debut. It was very, very good from him. As we go, Jay Gooders is starting his lap now, but I think 50 Gent is going to be on a lap. Let's just check. Is he on a lap? No, he's 5 seconds down, so we'll go on board with Jay Gooders, who is going to be the next person setting a lap. But yes, we have DD Friend in P2 in the championship, 8 points behind Iceman. 50 Gent is then 18 points. Sorry, not 18 points. Yes, 18 points behind Iceman in P1. And then Cole is 6 points behind 50 Gent in P4. So they could be challenging if they get anywhere higher up. So we will have a see of that. And we will try and do... We'll try and do some interviews today with the winners and the top 3, potentially, if I can figure out how to do it, because unfortunately, I haven't figured that one out yet, as Jay Gooders has invalidated now, so we'll go on board with Keznator, who is still on lap, but he is 5/10 down on his time. Could it be in the last sector? Jay Gooders gets out the way nicely there. Looks like it's just a little bit wide for Keznator, and it doesn't look like he's going to be improving on this lap. As he's just not hitting them apexes as best as he can. But yes, we're hoping to do some interviews as he is into the pits. Who is behind him? We'll have a look. Adam Iceman is going to be starting his lap soon. Adam the Sweet is going to be starting his lap soon. Sorry, Adam the Sweet. He's already started it, so we'll actually stay on board with Adam. But yes, if I can figure out how to do the interviews, I will make sure I get the interviews done and dusted. But it just depends if I can figure that out, because unfortunately I don't have the advanced technologies that the other people have for their streaming, because they've been commentating for a while. I do not. I have my Xbox. That's all I have, unfortunately. So I will try and figure out as best as I can, but I have to get people in an Xbox party, I believe, to do that. I'm not sure how to do it from... I might be able to figure it out. We'll figure it out at the end, as Adam the Sweet is going through this next sector then, going up to the 3rd sector now. Can he get any improvement? He is improving by 1/10.5. That could put him up to P3, and if he improves by any time through this next sector, it could be P2 on the cards for him. It depends how much time he lost, but he's getting this sector as cleanly as possible, making sure not to half spin out this corner like so many other people do. He's into the pits, does not finish his lap. He decides against it. ZD Friend is going up the line. Can he beat his teammate right now? And he does. 115.8 as well, but only 9 thousandths in front of Priv Widget, his teammate. The two Alpines are very close, as Iceman is improving by 4/10, and as he improved, he's improved to P3. He's only 1/10.5 by the next 2 drivers, or 2/10, sorry, but he is unfortunately going to need to find that 2/10 in a bit. Warner looks like he's wanting to start that. Cinders also looks like he's going to be the next one out on lap, so we'll stay on board with Cinders. Can't you join Discord? You can, but last time I tried that last time, as Cinders has already hit the wall. I tried that last time, and it just wasn't putting his voice on the stream, unfortunately. But potentially that was just a setting on his end. So we will have a look next time. We'll have a look tonight and see if we're able to do it. Cinders going through this first sector, then starting his lap, making sure he gets through these corners nice and smoothly, get on the power, doesn't go too wide, but he does go wide, does not invalidate though. Key thing, he does not invalidate, so potentially could be staying on this lap, might not be going for pole, but he could be staying on this lap to be able to get somewhere into that top 10, I believe it is, top 9, as the other people are about to set the laps behind them. Here we go. As he goes wide there, though, and that is still not an invalidation. Still not has invalidated this lap, but he's got to be careful because he keeps pushing it like this. He could invalidate at any time, trying to just get through those S's nicely. That was nice and smooth there from what I'm seeing. Looks like it wasn't any mistakes. Doesn't go too wide there. And looks like he might be setting a good second sector. Not purple, but it is decent enough. Could Ozzy go wide there, and that's the invalidation that we were waiting for. Weren't waiting for him, but it was just he was pushing way too many times for that, and unfortunately is going to need to go again with only 5 minutes to go. Jake Good is looking a little bit slidey out of there. Actually, we have Warrener first, who's going to be setting a lap. He's improved by 4.5 tenths. Could it be provisional pole? It is for Warrener. 1:15.6, and he gets ahead of the two Alpines, pushing them down the order. As we'll go on board now with Keseniter, who's starting his lap. So actually go on board with Jake Gooders, but he's not improving. 7 oh my god, that went from 3 tenths down to 8 tenths up. So he is improving. It will be a 1:17.2 right now. He needs to improve so much on this last sector to be able to get ahead. Can he get anywhere close to the front? Remember, he did back out. So this could be it. Could it be up to the top? It is not. It's only P7. He's lost too much time. He improved by 1.5 seconds there, but he's only in P7. He's going to have to find so much more time there as William is going through the last sector now. And let's see what the Mercedes can get throughout this time. Going into the final corner, trying not to lose the battery or lose the back end. Sorry, up to line. What's it going to be? 1:18.9, so that is not the lap that he's wanted. I'm just realising I could have been having the telemetry on the entire time for this quali, as Kesenit is now going through the second sector, but he's on none and he's not improving, so it looks like he will be going for another lap in a bit, as Priv Widget is going to be out there. He's going to be wanting to improve by 2 tenths to challenge the Kick Sauber on Twitch Steam settings. In Xbox you can tick the broadcast party audio button. I will test that in the 5 minutes. I won't get anybody in the 5 minutes, but I will test that in the 5 minutes, see if I can find that Twitch I sent. Thank you so much, Coffee. So hopefully we will have interviews tonight, people. We will have them. Not a promise, because Lord knows I'm terrible with technology. And hey, I'm 20 years old. I should be figuring this out. But unfortunately, I am terrible, as the Williams is now going through this second sector, opening that DRS, making sure he tries to get as much power into it. He's only improving by 0.5 tenth, and needs to improve a lot through this last sector, and hopefully this is where he lost a bunch of time. But he needs to speed up, as he has paused there, and that is looking like he has went suspiciously into AI. That he did, but he did lose time, so potentially this is going to be the lap that he's improving on. We won't accuse him of anything, but maybe the stewards could have caught that. As Priv Widget said it was a 1/10.5 down on this lap, but the always tells a bit of porcupines that. So we'll see if he's able to get up any time. It looks like he's flying through this sector up into overtake, using all the ERS he can to gain as much time on the Kick Sauber ahead. A 10th up. It's currently not looking like enough, but let's see if he's able to improve any more through this fine sector. It is a purple second sector. It is a purple second sector for the Alpine, but is he able to get up to it? It's 2 minutes to go. He needs to get it in now, or he's not getting in at all. What's it going to be? Privilege. It is. That third sector, was sublime, and he goes 1:15.4, but here comes Warrener out of the pits, and he is going to try and get in his time as best as he can. Is anybody on a lap right now? Adam the Sweet looks like he's improving by 3 tenths. Let's see, is anybody improving further ahead? Williams is not improving further ahead, as Cinders has invalidated, so it looks like it will be Adam the Sweet next across the line, but we'll stay on board with William just to make sure that I haven't missed anything. But he might be going for another lap now, and yes, he is not improving, so he could potentially go on for another lap now. Adam the Sweet then, improved by 6 tenths it says. Let's see if he's able to get that lap in. Is he going to be able to go for pole? Let's see. Has he done it? It's not. It's only P3, 3 tenths off Priv Widget, and Didi Friend needs to be catching his teammate now, as 50 Gent is on a lap. Let's see, who is the furthest along? Cinders has invalidated, so I believe it should be 50 Gent who is the furthest along on this lap. Unless I've missed anyone, if I do, I do apologize. Let's actually just double check. It isn't DD Friend, is it? No, it is 50 Gent, and then DD Friend is going to come across. So let's see, is 50 Gent going to be able to get up there with the pace that he has shown? It's not looking like it, but hopefully he can improve. He actually 8 tenths. It's looking like he can get up there. Currently, that's only an Iceman has retired. Why is he retired in the pits? This was pivotal towards his championship lead. If he loses and he points out to the rest, it could be game on. As the RB crosses the line, what's it going to be? Only P6 for him. Is DD Friend going to be able to improve to pole? Provisional pole it is. 3 tenths ahead of Priv Widget. That is incredible. But Warrener is now on his lap. Adam the Sweet is not improving on this lap. Is he going to get around enough in time for another lap? It looks like he should have enough time, but potentially not. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. This is going to be stress for the heart. Is he got it? I think he's just got it. Yes, he has just got it. This is going to be the final lap of qualifying, but we'll stay on board. 50 Gent going very slowly there is not improving at all. Shazam is improving, but that is not who we want to stay on board. Keznator's not improving. William is not improving. We want to see this man. Oh, and there's a slip there for Warrener, and unfortunately I think that spells the end. But P3 on his debut is pretty good, I must say. Let's see if how he's able to maintain that in the race as we go on board with Shazam. Let's see how much they improve by. He goes to P5 and Iceman has been knocked down to P6. This is not good as Priv Widget takes it back by just under 1/10 of a second. That is incredible from Priv Widget, and he is going to be trying to attack that championship lead as much as possible as we'll go on board. As Warrener is just going into pits, DD Friend is going into pits. Adam is trying to improve on this lap, but it looks like he's not improving that much, so we'll stay on board with Adam as everybody else has went into the pits. Is he able to improve, get ahead of Warrener potentially? Is he able to do it? No, he's into the pits, and that spells the end of your qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. The two Alpines in a 1-2. Let's remember, though, the Alpines got a 1-2 last week. Did not end up well for them. And with that, Priv Widget, unfortunately, getting in the front of Jay Gooders on his opening lap. It looks like that might be a penalty to him, so he's going to have to try his hardest in the race to just get as far ahead as possible. But it's going to be an interesting one. Warrener on his debut, P3. Pretty good from the driver. The Haas in P4 and the Sweet Shazam in P5. And then we have Iceman at P6. He's got to do something to protect that championship lead of his. 5th Gent P7, Jay Gooders P8, Keznator P9, Williams in P10, Cinders in P11, and Stone Cold with that engine penalty is in P12. We are going to now have a 5-minute break before we move on to the race. 36 laps, remember, of this race. I'm going to try and see if I can sort out this interview thing, and I will see you all in 5 minutes. Thank you so much. And now we should be getting racing pretty much any second now. It is going to be an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. Not as close as qualifying as it was last week, but still pretty close between people. Let's see how it goes. Will the Alpines crash into turn 1? Will Warner, sorry, I almost called him Williams. Warner fly up the inside and see if he can get up to P1 from his P3 positions, or can he keep it as clean as possible? Let's see how it goes for everyone during this race. Let's make sure everyone keeps clean though. That's all you're wanting, some clean tier 3 racing. And here we go. It is 5 red lights around the Mexican Grand Prix. Lights out. And away we go. Let's see who gets a good start there. Has Privilege got a decent start against DD Friend? It looks like he just potentially has got a decent start, but Warner might be up the inside potentially to get ahead. Let's see position changes, see who's going for the overtakes. Warner trying to go around the outside of the Alpine, banging a little bit with the wheels there, but does not get the move done. Tries to stay around the outside, but just has to back out there. The heart of Adam the Sweet trying to get around, trying to defend from Shazam. Shazam's trying to get the inside here, as it looks like Stone Cold is up a few positions. Iceman has fell even further back from P6 as the Haas goes around the outside to the inside and stays ahead of the RB. He'll get a little bit squiggly out there. It's look, Iceman trying to get back of the inside of Cinders. Looks like he proper jumps the corner there, but potentially that might be a warning as Jay Gooders is in front of him. Iceman trying to bring in the positions that he's already lost on this lap, and he does not need to be losing them. DD Friend has already fell away from Priv Widget after battling Warner, and Priv Widget might just start to pull away. Let's see if he's able to go and get this, or is Warner going to be able to get past him? We will look at the tyre situations after this lap, or once things have calmed down, as Adam the Sweet is just trying to gain time. 3-second time penalty already for Cinders. That is not one you want to see on lap 1, but Priv Widget sets the fastest lap there on medium tyres. Looks like top 3 are definitely on mediums, as Warner is trying to gain, but he does not have DRS this lap, so he's going to have to stay behind DD Friend until the next lap. And then everybody else is just settled in to a train except for Keznett and William at the back there, who are 1 second outside of each other. But Warner doesn't want to wait for the DRS. He wants to go for it now. Is he going to go for the move round the outside of DD Friend, the Alpine? He tries to look around the outside, keeps it as tight as possible, is still at the inside, locks up a bit. I don't believe there is he has lockups though, but it looks like he just locks up and has it back out there, as on the Sweet is now under pressure again from the RB, as he's trying to make some moves, as well as his teammate behind him, but he can't make moves until Shazam gets ahead. But Warner is right on the back of DD Friend, pressuring him as much as possible. Is he going to get it done this lap? He might have to just, he's trying to get it done around the outside, and he gets it cleanly done and gets through to P2, but now he's got to fight for his life with all these people in the DRS behind him on this long straight. He's going to have to get a decent getaway here to be able to stay ahead of these drivers, as Shazam is looked like he has a little bit of slip, but he set the fastest lap of the race, and now they all have DRS above each other. DD Friend goes up the inside of Warner. The other drivers are a bit too far back to have a go at Warner, but DD Friend is cleanly ahead of him and back up to P2. Short-lived was it for Warner, but can the Kick Sauber bring it back potentially? Adam the Sweet a little bit under pressure from Shazam, as Warner has not got the DRS, so he's not able to get ahead of DD Friend this time around, and they're all just settling in as, ooh, having a little bit of a late look there was Shazam. I think he broke a bit late, and we just got surprised by how early Adam broke there, as Warner's trying to go for a move up the inside now. DD Friend, unfortunately, might have had a little bit of a mistake there. Keznett already got 3 seconds, and Warner's up into P2 again, an unconventional place to overtake, and what a nice move from him. Kept it clean and everything. That was pretty good to see, as Adam the Sweet is trying to now chase down DD Friend, as he is a lot closer to DD Friend than DD Friend is to Warner. Can Warner get outside 1 second? Adam having a look at the inside, does back out though, could not get the move completed. Can Warner get outside 1 second before the DRS? Looks like he's not able to. DD Friend is right on the back of him here, unfortunately for him, and the Kick Sauber is going to have to try and pull away as much as possible. Just trying to break the DRS. As we look back here, we'll look to the tyre tyre changes down. Jay Gooders on the hards as well as Cinders. Those are only 2 people on hards. As I actually look back, Cinders goes for the move on Stone Cold and gets it done. The Ferrari moving up to P9, but already with that time penalty he's not wanting, as DD Friend is behind Warrener, still closer to Warrener, but still behind. Priv Widget is away by 2.5 seconds, but it's not pulled away further. Priv is gone, but remember, he did impede on the quali lap for Jay Gooders. That could be a potential penalty, so we have to just see what the stewards say about that one. But it looks like Warrener is going to be battling DD Friend for a little while now. And Sweet has fell away a little bit. Shazam and 50 Gent are right behind the 2 RBs, trying to make up some places as Jay Gooders is trying to bring points home for the Williams team. 1 second of drift now, though. Is he able to stay in the DRS? He does this time around, but is he able to do it again? Well, I'm not sure on this straight. As soon as you lose DRS on the straight, you might as well just have a little bit of a calm time and think about what the strategy may be. But let's see. Will he fall from grace is real? Yes. Two positions down. Sorry, the Mercedes is DD Friend says the fastest lap of the race. He is now Adam is now outside 1.2 seconds. Did DD Friend go for a move? It looks like he has all the overspeed in the world, but decides to not go for it on this straight and just bide his time on the kick Sauber. Goes a little bit wide there, potentially losing a little bit of time, but the kick Sauber still stays ahead, and it is going to be a little bit of hard battling, but 1.5 seconds behind. Priv Widget is starting to get reeled in. He's starting to get reeled in by the kick Sauber and his teammate, and these top 3 might be battling towards the end as long as they keep it clean between each other. This is going to get interesting already. 1.1 seconds, but Warrener has a slide of his own and had to settle back into P3. Is he going to lose the DRS? Is he going to be able to keep it? Who knows? He's going to be under pressure from the Haas, though. His tyres are going to be warm as well, so he's got to make sure to keep it. He does not want that, as the tyre wear around this track, I believe, it's a very heavy tyre wear, and needs to stay in it. He does stay in the DRS, and DD Friend is going to be not able to get in the DRS. Yes, unfortunately. Well, let's see. Is Warrener going to be able to get the move done on this straight? Sorry, I will try and read chat in a minute, but things have not calmed down between these drivers, especially these top couple, and it looks like Warrener has not got the overspeed to get it done, but he has stayed within the DRS. Crucially, has stayed within the DRS, and it looks like he is a little bit quicker than DD Friend, because DD Friend is starting to lose time to his teammate, already down to 1.6 seconds from the 1.1. And DD Friend is going to need to get a move on if he wants to catch up to his teammate, because he has now got Warrener pressuring him. And Sweet, though, is thankful for that, because he's now back in within 1 second of the top leaders, as Sanders looking for a move on Iceman there, but does not go for Iceman, has lost out to Shazam. And this is not going to be good for his championship lead. The Aston Martin looks like he's just not comfortably getting around these corners as well as I think he wants, and is unfortunately going to be losing time to those behind. Jay Gooders is down to P9 though from where he was, and needs to make sure he just keeps it on the track. Kesenator, Warrener, sorry, is now up close behind DD Friend. DD Friend, did he get the DRS of his teammate? If he got the DRS, his teammate is going to be lovely, but he's 1.3 seconds out, and I don't think he's got the DRS. There's a little bit of slip from Warrener there, but he is getting close. Let's see. DD Friend does not have the DRS, and now Warrener can use this to slingshot past the Alpine. Although he doesn't, he saves ERS actually, and Adam catches up to the back of them, as the 2 RBs are currently 1.1 seconds behind them. And it looks like Warrener is just buying his time, potentially, waiting for him to get this move done here, as DD Friend looks like he's had a little bit of slip, and Warrener goes for the overtake now. Does he go up the inside, get it done? He does. He gets it done cleanly on the straight, and is now up to P2, and potentially is now in 1 second. He needs to not make any mistakes, but can he get within 1 second of the Alpine? He's got to be careful of his tractions. 1.2 seconds. The friend, the other Alpine, is right on the back of him, so he's got some pressure from behind, and he's got that pressure trying to get up to the front, but he just got in 1 second, I believe, of the Priv Widget. Does he get the DRS? He does. He gets the DRS, and now he can start chasing after P1 potentially. This is going to be so interesting. It's DD Friend a little bit under pressure from Adam there, and has fell back and now from Warrener. Warrior is now free to chase after Priv Widget, as Priv Widget does not have his rear gunner Alpine teammate. Let's see now. Yes, unfortunately, Uncle Willie, who used to be part of this league, has fallen off 11 seconds behind, but let's just see if he keeps it in the race. It'll be good for him to get back into racing, as Warren is 1 second behind now. Where did all that time go? I'm not too sure. Did he lose out on DRS? It looks like he did. He lost out on no, he didn't. He just opened it a bit late. He lost out on DRS on that part, but it's not lost out here. Let's see, because Priv Widget might be putting on the burners now to try and get away from the Kick Sauber. But it would be good to have William back and getting back up to pace, and hopefully getting back into racing. Is 1.8 seconds now. DD Friend, without that DRS, has got three cars hunting behind him, and Cinders is starting to gain time already, under that 3 seconds now, and potentially is going to be close there. As look at the Priv Widget and Warrener. Is Warrener going to go for a move here? No, he's going to wait for the straight. And is he going to get his move done? This is a sensational debut, I would say, for the Kick Sauber. And Adam the Sweet gets ahead of DD Friend now. The Alpine dropping places, and now he's under pressure from behind from 50 Gent as he makes a little mistake there. We'll go on board with Warrener. Let's see, does he get the move done here? Is he going to try and go for the move now? Out of the normal racing line goes Priv Widget. Warrener catching it a little bit late there. Does not go for the move now. Looks like he's just saving ERS now. As also 50 Gent behind, having a little look, but does not go for the move on the Alpine. Iceman is being overtook by Jay Gooders, and they're just DRS swapping there. Let's see, does Warrener go for the move? He's too far back to go for the move right now, so I think he's just going to bide his time, unless he had a little mistake. 1 second behind with DRS open. Potentially might have been a little mistake from the Kick Sauber, but now Priv Widget has got to try and pull away and lose this DRS if he wants Warrener to fall back into the clutches of his teammate. But DD Friend is losing time. He is losing time. The Haas is now 1.2 seconds ahead of him and is free to chase after the front two, as 50 Gent and Shazam are now going to be pressuring him, and Cinders is starting to catch back up now. So let's see what he's able to do. Those hard tyres must be starting to come into play. Potentially now, as Iceman is just losing time. Ninth place. It is not going well in this Mexican Grand Prix right now, but he might come alive later. We'll just have to wait and see. As Warrener now is gonna, looks like he's going for the move. He's chasing down that slipstream from the Alpine in front. It is only lap 10, and it's been some close racing. Goes up the inside. Is he able to get the move done with that DRS? Gets it cleanly done, and we see that the Haas trying to take back, and the Sweet in the background, so stay on board with that. He does not take it, but Warrener is now your new race leader. Is he going to be able to keep it, or is he going to pull away? This is going to be a very interesting to watch, ladies and gentlemen, as he really switched to wheel. Apparently William has switched to wheel. I'll have to confirm that definitely after this race, but he has apparently switched to wheel, so he's going to have to take some getting used to that, as DD Friend again under pressure from behind, but he has already caught back up to Adam. Potentially was just having some mistakes, and is now back up to the pace of where he was needing to be. Let's see, Priv Widget on the back of Warrener, 8 tenths behind, cannot find the time to be able to catch up to the next drivers, and the Sweet is right now doing a good enough job to keep DD Friend out of his clutches, but this straight this straight is unfortunately not going to help him out, and he potentially can be passed by a few drivers, as now the Ferrari is right in there and is able to get in that DRS. As here we go, Priv Widget opening the DRS now. Is he going to go for the move, or is he going to just stay behind? As he's gaining a lot of time on Warrener, he just stays behind there and does not go for the move now. But here we go, DD Friend on Adam the Sweet, onto the grass he goes, around the outside of the Haas. Is he going to be able to get a move done? Is he going to get this done? They're still side by side going through these first few turns, and there's a little bit of a tag between Adam and DD Friend. Adam had a little bit of a half slide there, unfortunately, and we're just going to have to review that later as the RB of 50 Gent gets ahead of the Alpine of DD Friend. His teammate Shazam trying to have a look, but does not get the move done as Adam has a little bit of a slide back there, and unfortunately falls down to P6, P5 and P6. So it looks like DD Friend is slowed down. Has he made too many mistakes, or is he slowed down enough to potentially let Adam pass on a straight or something? We will see, but he might definitely get a penalty. We'll have to check with that one. But he's not letting Adam pass, so potentially he just had a few mistakes. As Cinders is looking up the inside and does not get the move done. And what has happened back here? What has happened? It went from 1.2 seconds to Priv Widget being 4.5 seconds down on Warrener. Where the hell has that come from Priv Widget? And Cinders now goes for a move on Adam, as Adam is into the pit, potentially might have damage. Willie is on the fastest lap attempt. Oh, never mind, he's lapped. Haha, very funny fever. What has happened to the Alpine? After those sensational opening laps, it looks like he just lost pace, and unfortunately is not getting up to where he needs to be. His Iceman's into the pits now, potentially coming off their medium tyres. We'll see what tyres they go to, actually. They are new hards. So, are they going to take them to the end of the race, or is it going to be a 2-stop for them? I think they're going to take them to the end of the race, as these guys are fine. And DD Friend, 3-second time penalty, unfortunately, and that is going to send a bit of a sting down the spine of the Alpine, who was already not doing so well after all that battling. We'll see what this means potentially for the championship, as I believe I said he was close to the championship, didn't I? Yes, he was second. He is ahead of Iceman, though. Crucially, he is ahead of Iceman by a lot. So you can gain on Iceman and potentially get the lead. But 50 Gent, his teammate, is currently in second. So if 50 Gent is able to gain enough points to them, could he get the lead? Coles is not here tonight, and Gooders is a bit down the order in P7 as Anne Masweet gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. As here we go, DD Friend into the pits now. And it's just the two teammates and Cinders. Will be Cinders be pushing for a move. But let's go on board with DD Friend onto the hard tyres he goes. We will see where he comes out at. Let's see if it's going to be close with Anne the Sweet. Anne the Sweet is coming across the start-finish line now. And let's see, is it going to be close between the two? Kicks out with Kezinate, goes past DD Friend. DD Friend is right on the right there. Adam is right on the back of them. But looks like DD Friend is just going to get out ahead and get into P9, and now Adam's got to be challenging again. Looks like the undercut did not work in his favour as well. He did get right onto the back of them, but the undercut has not worked out for Adam. He's on a lap older tyres. Let's see if Iceman can chase these two down as well. Only 4 seconds off them, and let's see if he's able to gain time, as just hopping the curb a little bit there goes DD Friend. He's got to be careful of any more penalties to see him through this race. Cinders keep moving up, says Angry Badger, one of his teammates. I believe Angry Badger is in tier 3. Oh my god, there's really testing my knowledge. I'm doing terribly. As Shazam is into the box. Dewey Gooders gets a 3-second time penalty, and Cinders is free to chase after 50 Gent, as the two teammates are not going to be able to help each other out on this. Dewey Gooders has got to try and gain much time on Cinders. The RB is defending the inside, and Cinders is not able to go for a move there. He might have to just bide his time, or can he get right on the back of the RB right now? Looks like the RB just gets a better exit. And unfortunately, Cinders is going to have to buy his time as Kezinate is into the pits. And now will be chasing after as DD Friend is trying to get on the back of Shazam. He is on the back of Shazam, and he's dropping Adam a little bit with those new tyres. But Shazam is on the newest tyres. So DD Friend gets another 3-second time penalty. And it is really unfortunate that it is another 3 seconds, 6 seconds that he's going to have to compete with. And it is not what he's wanting to see, as Cinders is right on the back. Is he going to go for a move on the RB now? We know he's just biding his time to make sure he uses that ERS, pelts it up as they the hard tires are now way better than the mediums potentially, and look at how much he's just gained on as Warner gets a 10 seconds, and that has just changed the entire plot of this race. 10-second time penalty to Warner as we're going to go on board with Cinders to go inside this move. He goes around the outside and he has so much overspeed and he gets that move cleanly done. That's not Warner's wanted to see. He's going to have to pit again potentially under safety car if one comes out, but it looks like these people have been driving so cleanly there is going to be no safety car, so he's got to compete with 10 seconds. Is he going to be able to undercut, pull away and do that, or is this going to ruin his race? It is going to be very interesting to see, as DD Friend is still not making a move on Shazam right now, but he's right on the back of him, so it looks like he's got no choice to go for a move, but Shazam uses a BIRS, I believe, looks like to just pull away and to make sure he secures that place, as 50 Gent is not that far off Cinders, as Cinders just gaining so much time on them hards. Looks like the hards are lasting a good amount, as Jay Good has got to try and gain time now, and Warner is just going to have to race as consistently as he can to make sure that 10 seconds does not matter to him and his race. So we will see, but he is pulling an undercut on Priv Widget as Priv Widget keeps going round, and looks like Priv Widget might have the better tyres later on the race, but could it be too late by that point? We'll see. He might have done some testing, he might know something about the hards that we don't, but look at the tyres, 0, 1, 2, 3 fresher than each other, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this race pans out. DD Friend is now going up on the back of the RB of Shazam. Is he going to get the move done? It looks like he's trying to go around the outside, but Shazam is going to be challenging it through the first corner. Is there going to be anything? Shazam trying to keep the position, goes deep there to try and make sure he stays there. He does stay ahead of the Alpine, but the Alpine's right on the back, and it looks like he's not able to get it done. Shazam looks like he just gets a better exit, or he potentially uses ERS to get ahead. And there goes Kezinator on William there, and it is Kezinator's overtake, but William's trying to stay with him. Kezinator's just in none right now, as he'll stay on board for this intense close battle, but it looks like Kezinator on them new tyres is going to start pulling away. William will have to pit soon and try and get the fastest lap, or potentially just go on some fresh tyres and potentially start going faster. Here we go then, we'll go back on board with DD Friend as this is the closest battle. Adam is just binding his time right now. He knows that DD Friend, as long as DD Friend doesn't pull away, is going to be good for him. 50 Gent is now into the pits, and it might be a bit of a late call there, but he's going to have some really fresh tyres compared to these other drivers, especially later on in this race. Here we go then, DD Friend. He's right on the back of the RB, and surely he has to go for the overtake now, opening the DRS and gets right through. 50 Gent is a little bit further back. He's going to have some time to gain on these drivers, as here we go. Shazam now is behind DD Friend, and the Alpine might be able to pull away a little bit. This is where Adam needs to start getting into his paces and chasing after Shazam, getting past him and staying with sorry there, my apologies. My housemate had just sent me a message, so I just had to read it quickly. I'll see what he's talking about later. But anyways, the horse is now trying to chase after Shazam. Shazam is staying though with DD Friend crucially, as Shazam does have the fresher tyres. Let's see if he's able to stay with the Alpine as much as possible. Cinders is only 1.4 seconds off of Priv Widget now, as Shazam gets 3 seconds, and there into the pits goes Priv Widget, and he was a bit slow going into the pits, could not find the safety, the line to be able to get a good pit stop in there. And now Lean Your Race is Cinders, with Jay Gooders about 12 seconds behind him, as here we go, Warner is now out in front, and I believe Warner is your net race leader, but is he able to pull away by 10 seconds? That is going to be very interesting to see. His Priv Widget is all the way down there, and he's behind Adam the Sweet and that, but he's on the freshest tyres. Is he going to be able to make these moves? DD Friend is only 5 seconds behind Warner, so Warner is going to have to pull away by a canny bit, as Adam the Sweet does get past Shazam, and has to start chasing after the other Alpine, as well as we have 50 Gent also on the back of Iceman, and all these drivers are starting to catch up to each other. These hard tyres are starting to come into play now for a few of these drivers. A lot fresher tyres 50 Gent has than Iceman, but I'm not sure what the tyre wear is like around here. So it could be an interesting move. I'm hoping I don't miss it, as Warner is now on the back of the Williams. And is going to have so much fresher rubber. He's going to get this move, I think, pretty much easy done, as Jay Gooders has a half spin. I think Warren is just trying to stay back, make sure no crashes happen. Look how much more grip he has than the Williams in front of him. Just trying to make sure that he doesn't go into the Williams, but he does have the DRS. He does have the DRS, and it's able to most likely get really easily past him. Let's see, yeah, there he goes. Doesn't even fight it. The Williams does, which is a good choice from him. Steedy Friend trying to pull away from Adam the Sweet. And Shazam, unfortunately, does not get far enough. Iceman is on the back. Getting challenged by 50 Gent. 50 Gent up the inside he goes. And is that going to be a clean move? Yes, right up into PA, and now chasing after Priv Widget, who is not gained as much time as I think he's hoping to gain through this. Let's see. Anyways, my apologies. Just sorting out a house situation, but we'll stay on board with Adam the Sweet. He's losing now. Actually, we'll have a look at board penalties. That's probably a good thing. 6 seconds to DD Friend, and Adam the Sweet's currently in 3 seconds, so he's in a net P4 right now, unless the Alpine can pull away. Shazam also has a 3 seconds, so he needs to overtake Adam for the spot on the racetrack. Jay Gooders has a 3 seconds, as Cinders fastest lap of the race goes to Warren. Cinders is now into the pits, and so is Jay Gooders, both pitting at the same time. Actually, was he into the pit? Yes, it is. It was just very confusing because it just wasn't going fast. But anyways, Warner is into the lead, but still only 5 seconds ahead, as Keznator gets a 3 second time penalty. Technically, with that 6 seconds, DD Friend is far enough away to not get that. To not get that place, as obviously 6 seconds are negated out Warner, so you technically only have 4 seconds, and DD Friend is not within that, but the other drivers are within 10 seconds, so unless Warner keeps pulling away, it is looking very, very much like it's squeaky bum time, and he needs to get racing. Relevant that Kez pitted. Okay, yeah. Here we go then, 1 stop for each. I don't know why I've placed it on stops. Warner is up 2 positions, and the Sweet is on the back of DD Friend. Looks like these 3 drivers are going to be pretty close racing. But looks like they're all just biding their time for the straight to make sure they get up there. Priv Widget has caught back up now, 1.5 seconds. And without a time penalty, he doesn't have to worry about that time penalty. He just have to get within 10 seconds of Warner, and he has secured it. But he has to fight through this traffic that his teammate has currently got hold up. As Adam go for the move here, he is not. He's just buying this time, I think, and so is Shazam. But Priv Widget cannot be having that. He's going to have to start fighting for those places. Iceman on the back of 50 Gen, but Cinders trying to have a look around the outside, does not get the move done. Cinders trying his best to start working his way back up on them very fresh tyres. Here we go then. Lap 21 of 36, over halfway through this race now, and it might start spicing up pretty soon. Here we go. I do apologise for saying here we go a lot. I just realised that I say it all the time. But I just... Here we go. Like, here we go racing. Here we go getting in suspense in 6.9 seconds. 7 seconds. And Warner is pulling away from these drivers. Priv Widget cannot be allowing this. He has to get ahead as soon as possible with these drivers, so we'll stay on board. Actually, Cinders looks like he's getting right on the back of Iceman. Adam the Sweet gets another 3 seconds. What has happened there? And the Sweet is trying to send a move on the Alpine, goes around the outside, and it stays with the outside. Is he going to be able to get the move done? It looks like DD Friend is on the inside, but Adam is on the outside with that time penalty, though. They have equal time penalties. Who is going to get the DRS? Is it going to be Adam? It is not Adam. It is DD Friend, and DD Friend is going to be able to easily get past that. Shazam going to go for it. Priv Widget's actually going for it. And could it be 3 wide? No, Priv Widget shoots right up the inside. And he's up the inside of Adam, turns to the outside. Is he going to get done? Oh, a little bit of a slide there from Adam. And he just gets unsettled in that car with those overtakes and falls down to P5. Priv Widget now behind his teammate. I think team orders are going to have to come into effect if Priv Widget wants to chase after Warrener on these fresh tyres. Especially with that time penalty, I think it'd be the smart move, but it's going to be hard to do without letting Shazam past. But with the nature of Mexico, if Priv Widget can wait till the first DRS straight, you'll most likely just be able to get cleanly past him anyways. So I don't think there's any need for team orders, but we'll see. Will team orders be enacted? Not this lap. So yes, it looks like he's going to go for the straight. It looks like Shazam was going to have a look up the inside there, but was just having a little sniffle and decided against it. Cinders is ahead of Iceman there. And is chasing after, as Iceman is now without side a second. Hopefully he can stay within that second. Here we go then. Priv Widget is going to be opening the DRS. His teammate is moving from the side, stays on the inside, but Priv Widget gets cleanly past him. Can DD Friend now defend? He looks like he is defending, and he is defending against Shazam. Shazam is having a look on the outside, but does not get the move done. Animus fell back there as Cinders goes up the inside of 50 Gent and is back up to P6. Could he start chasing after the next few drivers and getting past them? As 50 Gent is trying to stay with them, but that DRS is going to help out the Ferrari and get him cleanly ahead. Iceman is not doing well in this race. It looks like it's not a good track. Team orders, please, says Poochie Head. And team orders have been enacted, and it went from 9.2 seconds down to 8.9. But can he keep up the pace? Warner has been shown some outstanding pace this race. Let's see if the Kicksauber can keep it up to secure his his debut race win, or if Priv Widget is going to lose out the time. 9.5 seconds. It looks like he lost a lot of time through that second sector, and is going to try his best to stay, but he's almost already outside 10 seconds. He's just not able to pull away as well as much as he's hoping for. He's not getting that time, but we'll go on board with Shazam actually, because Shazam is up close behind DD Friend. Priv Widget does set the fastest lap of the race, crucially, and it is sending a statement to Warrener. Could he pull him in? Is he going to reel in the Kicksauber? Is up DD Friend looking on the outside. His teammate has a little bit of a look, doesn't go for it though. I think it would be pretty silly for him to go for it there, but we'll see as the Williams it's confusing, the Mercedes William is now in front of them, potentially being shown blue flags, and is now having to go for a look. Cinders around the outside. Adam gets the inside and gets the move cleanly done. And there we go, William just off the side there. And Adam is about to get overtaken by 50 Gent as well. And he's losing so many spaces. And it's just not working out for the Haas driver. What is going to happen here for him? He might just be losing out. He's shown some incredible pace in qualifying, but he's right on the back of 50 Gent. Is he going to be able to get the move done here? No, he's just having to back off a little bit, but does not get the move done. Priv Widget has neither gained nor lost time to Warrener, and it is not looking good. If Warrener can pull out 5/10s at least through the next, 11 laps, 10 laps, he's going to be able to pull ahead for his victory. That 10 seconds has thrown a spanner in the works, but he is showing some credible pace around here. You can't be saying that. Do we have a Lando Norris Jar Jar Binks situation on our hands? DD Friend again getting very close. Teammate Priv Widget is now outside of 10 seconds. He is now technically outside of 10 seconds. Is he going to have another race win taken out of his hands? Oh, this has not went well for the Alpines. They were not imagining a Kicksauber to be coming in today and racing like he has. But Warrener 666 has done something. He might have made a bargain with the devil with that number, but he is showing the speed and it is something incredible to watch. You can't have another Jar Jar Bing. Let's hope. We need some close racing here, guys, at the front for Tier 3. But it has been some close racing between all the other drivers. 50 Gent right on the back of Cinders, having to lose. Looking like he might have had a little bit of luck on the outside. Sides against it on this time around, and might go for it on the straight. CD Friend is now, 3-second time penalty again. Let's see how many penalties. 9 seconds now. And unfortunately, Shazam is going to be licking his lips. So is Cinder. So is 50 Gent. So is Anum. Could potentially Iceman also get ahead of him? How... With the championship that it is, Shazam goes up the inside of DD Friend. He tries to stick around it, but does not stick it in. Iceman, starting so far back, being so slow in this race. If DD Friend keeps going like this, he could get ahead of DD Friend in this race. That is not something I think that Alpine wants to be seeing here. As DD Friend was lost time. Cinders is gaining time on him. Kick badly needed this injection of pace. Yes, they did. They definitely need this kick. And if Warren is doing what he does, except Priv Widget, 9.7 seconds now. Is he turning on the burners? Is he going to try and start gaining time again? But they did need an injection of points into that team, and Warrener might be their key to their answer to start gaining in the table. This is going to be very, very interesting now, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go then, going through this next sector. DD Friend is on the back of the RB. He's going to get the move done. I wish we had some interesting moves at the start, but it looks like it's all going to be DRS swaps through this straight. DD Friend right past the RB and gets up to P3. Is not going to be able to pull away. Cinders is now within that group. So is 50 Gent, and the Sweets at the back of it right now. He's going to be after gaining as much time as possible on these drivers. Kesonator gets another 3 seconds. I believe he's up to 15 seconds now, as he's just trying to catch up to speed. But look at the gap between Priv Widget and Warrener. It is coming down. The pressure is starting to come under the Kick Sauber. 8.7 seconds. Has he made a mistake? Is the tyres starting to go away from him? This is going to be intense for the Kick Sauber. And he's going to have to start gaining some more time if he wants to get ahead of that Alpine. The Priv Widget is starting to reel the race win back into his hands. Shazam having a little look on the outside. 3 seconds to go to Jay Good, as I believe he's on 6 seconds now. Here we go then. The Alpine of DD Friend under a lot of pressure. Look how many cars are chasing after him. 4 different teams are right behind him and are wanting these positions, but DD Friend is trying to fend them off as best as he can. Somebody needs to get in that kick call and tell Warner to calm down. Apparently Warner needs to calm down. I think he's pushing like mad potentially to try and pull away as best as he can, but it's just not working out. As Priv Widget is just calm, collected, and doing the best that he can, as we're still on board with him. See how he is driving. Looks like he's driving pretty okay, but looks like he's just making a couple of mistakes potentially, as Adam the Sweet is in the pits. And he's pitted for new tyres. 8 laps to go. The mediums, are they going to work out for the Haas driver? Is he going to catch up all that time? I'll have to see on that one. Cinders is now going to be attacking DD Friend, and Cinders has been showing some nice pace around here. Not as much with consistency, but their mediums are going to be helping. 8 lap olds now though, so they should be starting to match their time, as Warrener 9.2 seconds now. He's started to calm down, I think. That he needs to just handle that pressure and pull away as best he can. He does not need to battle, although he needs to just drive away and does what he needs to do, what he's been doing all race. Here we go, Ferrari right on the back of the DD Friend, the Alpine. The 2 teammates, 50 Gent and Shazam, swap positions and let 50 Gent on the newer tyres. I believe 50 Gent is on. Yes, he is. Chase after the Cinders and the DD Friend, but DD Friend has got a Ferrari chasing him down. He is pulling away in the right area. Cinders might have to work a little bit harder to be able to get these moves done, but it looks like DD Friend... Ooh, a little look there for Cinders. but does not go for the move there, just has to stay behind. And the Sweet has already made a move against Jay Gooders and is now going to be trying to chase after P7 and get past these next few drivers. Cinders is right on the back of Alpine. He wants this move. It could secure him a podium. Well, technically it has secured him a podium, unless 50 Gent stays with him. I'm not on the call with them, says Drac. Otherwise, I would have on them swap, says Destroyer Drac. I'm not sure what he means by that. I'll have to ask him later. Here we go then. Privilege again, only 5 tenths off, 6 laps to go. Cinders is now chasing after DD Friend, and I think I've said that a million times now, people chasing after DD Friend, but he's just defending like a lion. He needs to with that time penalty, but the Ferrari's got so much overspeed, gets ahead of DD Friend and gets into the podium positions, but now 50 Gent has got to try and make the move now. Yeah, Priv is on fresher tyres, and look, he is gaining on Warrener. Them tyres are starting to give out. Went from 10.5 seconds down to 8 seconds. And Warrener should maybe calm down, because he might be starting to feel the pressure of Priv Widget bearing down on him. Can Priv Widget get this win and gain a lot of championship standings? Or can Warrener hold on for P1? But he is holding on for P2 right now. And is doing well enough. Unless 50 Gent starts getting ahead of these drivers. But what is happening here? 50 Gent wants to go for a move now. Heard me there. Up the inside, the Alpine. The Alpine goes wide. And unfortunately, went down to P5 now. And 50 Gent is going to be chasing after Cinders. What's the pen for Warrener? 3 or 6? Oh, it's 10. Destroy Drac. It was speeding into the pit lane. So it is on right now for P1. The chase is on. Stone Cold making a move against Jay Gooders on that back straight there from what I see in the mini-map. And is made up his position to P9. 50 Gent now. Trying to look on that Ferrari. Oh my god, I do apologise. My voice is starting to give out from commentating on this race, as DD Friend is losing time to those ahead. He's got to try and stay in as best as he can, but he looks like those tyres are just not doing him any favours. Let's have a look at the tyres. Actually, yes, he is on older tyres than those ahead, and unfortunately that is not going to be doing well for his position. Stone Cold again gets past Jay Good, as it says. I thought he already made a move, but who knows? It's Priv Widget. He is he's in 10 seconds, but he needs to, Warrener potentially might try and pull away soon. As Stone Cold 3 seconds, and yes, Priv Widget has got to just try his best to not get a penalty. As soon as Priv Widget gets 3 seconds, it could be wraps, and Warrener could get his win, but bet Warrener is kicking himself right now, as he couldn't, as he got that 10 seconds, as he would be the just sole victor of this race, and would be right out ahead of the other drivers. As Cinders is catching as well. Could he drag 50 Gent within 10 seconds? If he can drag 50 Gent within 10 seconds of Warrener, Warrener could be down to P3. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. We will see how the rest of this race pans out, but these drivers have all just settled in, and I think they're all just trying to get through to the end. 4 laps to go, and Priv Widget is doing everything that he needs to do right now to get up to 10 seconds. As, looking up the inside, having a little look there is 50 Gent, sides against it, but the Ferrari is not going to be able to defend, I don't think, against 50 Gent, and also DD French Shazama right behind him, as there we go, we just have Kezinate back there being lapped there by Priv Widget. 8.6 seconds, he does get DRS of him, crucially. Kezinate has somehow given Priv Widget DRS, and it has allowed Priv Widget to gain all that time back on this straight. that he had seemed to just had lost all of a sudden there. Fifth Gent couldn't get close enough to the Ferrari. Wow, just managed to join. Never seen so many penalties. Honestly, we've seen more. It is mad to say Martellion, but we've seen more. But not this like bigger penalties. We've seen multiple 3 seconds, but I've never seen this many like big penalties. But is might decide this race. Yeah. We've had more that potential like on drivers having 3 seconds and that. As there we go, Kesenit another 3 seconds. Mexico is a hard track for track limits because you're just pacing yourself. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Priv Widget is losing time. He is losing time to Warrener. 3 laps to go, and this is not what you're wanting to see. He needs to get within that 10 seconds to be able to get ahead of the Kick-Sauber. But he's just lost a little bit of time, and this straight is not going to be helping him as he just has the same amount of pace as the other. But look, as Priv Widget starts the straight, Warrener is ending it. Priv Widget is still gaining time there without DRS on the straight. But is he going to be able to gain enough time to stay? Again, this is going to be the thing that I want to see the mess. Ooh, 50 Gent right on the back of Cinders there. I don't think I heard any contact, luckily. But look at him trying to go for a move right now on the outside of Cinders. Is DD Friend also going to go for a move? No, he just tried to get into the clean air. And then up into P3 goes 50 Gent. And if he can chase after Priv Widget, if he can chase all that time, potentially he could get on into P2, but I think it's a bit too late in this race. Cinders, them mediums are starting to give out now, I think. And now he's got to try and protect P4 as much as possible compared to the others. DD Friend has got to make sure he stays ahead of Iceman to gain on him in the championship. I don't know if he's going to gain enough because he's going to lose out. So it'll be P6 and 7 for the two championship rivals there. Look, 1 second off already. Cinders is not gaining the time he needs and is now outside of DRS already. And unfortunately, he is now going to be under pressure from those behind. Mexico is a tyre eater. Really need to manage those boots. Yeah, apparently he is very bad on tyres. I'm surprised he went for the 1-stop on this race, except for Adam is on the 2-stop, but it looks like the 2-stop's not working out too well for him because the DRS game is just too much around here. DD Friend on Cinders gets ahead of him. Down to P5 goes Cinders, but as long as he stays within DD Friend, then he still has P4 technically, as long as Shazam doesn't get ahead of him. And we'll see how that battle goes with the penultimate lap. 2 seconds. 2.5 seconds now. Priv Widget is clear of getting P1. As long as he doesn't spin, as long as Warrener doesn't find some unbelievable pace out of nowhere, he has got P1 in the bag. But it looks like P2 for Warrener, which, to be fair, on his debut, that is incredible to see. It would be very, very, very good to see. Here we go on to the last lap of this race. Is into the pits is someone who is into the pits. It is Jay Gooders. He's just pitting for fresh softs, so he can get the fastest lap of the race. And here we go on to the final lap now. And can Priv Widget stay within 10 seconds? It looks like he's staying enough. If Shazam wants to make a move on Cinders, it has got to be now. And Cinders looks like he lacks the DRS. No, he's got the DRS. But if can Shazam go for the move now? He's trying to gain as much time as possible, using all the DRS. Goes up the inside, potentially having a little look. But Cinders just breaks a bit too late. He backs out Shazam, makes sure he gets onto the racing line and tries to chase after the next driver. Does he get the DRS still? Yes, he does. The RB needs to be able to make sure that he's gaining enough time on Cinders. Does he have a look for a move here? No, it's saving his DRS to the end of the lap. 2 seconds still. Priv Widget is still there, and he has not made any mistakes. This could be Priv Widget's win. He would not have bottled it. Well, technically, Warrener has 10 seconds, so if he didn't get them 10 seconds, he would have bottled it. But he is not bottling it today. The Alpine is so close as we will go on board with Warrener. The debutant in P1 on track will get P2. But it looks like it's pretty good for the Kick-Sauber team. Up to the line, and there he is, Warrener, up to P1. But here comes your actual race winner, Priv Widget. in P1, P2 on track and gets ahead. Warner, though, P2 on his debut was very, very good. And here come the rest of the drivers as the time penalty does send DD Friend down the chain to P6 and just ahead of Iceman. Adam got so close to Iceman at the end there, but that time penalty is unfortunately spelled wraps for his race. Stone Cold is then coming home P9, Jacobs in P10, Keznera is finishing P11, and William is now coming around in P12. Almost another debut win, you would be right, but here we go. Priv Widget is your winner as we'll go on board with him as the race is coming to an end. We are going to try and get people into the interview room. We're going to try and see if that works. No promises though, because let's see. It is going to be a very, very interesting. Very interesting. We'll try and get Priv Widget in here. We'll try and get Warrener in here, and we will try and get 50 Gent in here, and seeing how it goes. Warrener and 50 Gent. Can you join the interview room? And let's see if we can get this working. Right, let's see if they can join the interview room, and we can see if we can get some interviews. But there is your winner, Priv Widget. And it takes pressure off me now to deliver. Yeah, fair enough, Keza, fair enough. Now you can just relax, get in that practice that you need. And there we go, Priv Widget in P1, Warren at P2. What an excellent debut from him. And 50 Gen in P3, Cinders in P4. That was a sensational comeback from the Ferrari, but he did not have a qualifying time, so he potentially could have been up there. Might have had a penalty or something. Shazam P5, DD Friend P6, Iceman P7, Adam in P8, Stone Cold in P9, Jay Goods in P10, Keznera P11, and William debut in P12. It'll just make sure we get the instance in here. Seeing there's a lot of instance as well, so I'm going to have to scroll through as quick as possible. There's a lot of track. Look at all these track limit warnings. Jesus. Well, I hope everything was okay there. There we go, race director. Make sure I get a screenshot of that. Let's see if anybody has joined the interview room. Let's see if we can get this working. Can we get it working today? Let's see. Has anybody joined? Nobody has joined it yet. Currently, no one is joining, but we will see if anybody can join. See if we can get this working. I want to get this interview room working. I want to figure it out so we can have an interview. 50 Gent is not in. Mrs. P is in the interview room actually. So we will see. We will see. Yeah. So we're gonna just test out, see if this interview thing works. Let's have a look. Thank you all for joining, though. This has been UFRL Formula 1 League Racing Tier 3, and we will hope to see you next time. We do have races on Tier 1 and Tier 2 on Mondays and Tuesdays, 100% this Friday as well. Come see that. And also, we have International Tier on Saturdays. They're all being streamed, so I hope you can all come watch. Thank you so much. Now, let's see if we can get this interview thing working. Let's have a look. Let me turn the stream up so see if I can hear anyone. Well, we can hear me. And now I've got to turn on this thing as we do actually have. Oh my god, we potentially do have an interviewer if I can figure out how to do this interview. Mrs. P, would you like to speak and test it for us? It has decided to not work. Of course it's decided to not work. It is not coming through the stream. Why can I never figure this out? This is the one thing I can never figure out. Oh wait. I might figure it out. Hello, Warrener. It's good to see you. Sorry, just give me 1 second there. I'm trying to sort out this. Mrs. P, have you got any advice of how the hell I get these voices on stream? Oh, for God's sake, of course I have to ask Fever. Uh, Warrener, we unfortunately cannot hear you. But if you would like to tell me how you thought your debut went, and I will let the stream know. Yeah, yeah, he says it went pretty good. Um, yeah, it was very, very consistent from Warrener. And it was a pretty good debut, P2 man. It was very, very good. He says he's happy with how his race went, except for the 10 seconds, obviously. What happened there, Warrener? Oh, apparently he had a bit of a lock up there, which is really unfortunate. You were showing some incredible pace, could have won it without that 10 seconds. Safety car might have saved you, but unfortunately not. It's just how the race goes, isn't it? But yeah, so hopefully we can see you challenge in the front and everything. And I'm so sorry that the stream could not hear your responses. I am going to figure this out for next week. I will figure it out somehow, and hopefully we'll see you back in the interview. But thank you so much for debuting for UFRL, and I hope you have a good time racing here. No problem. Thank you so much, Warren. I'll see you later. He just says that he was enjoying his debut, and he hopes to have some good racing here. But thank you all again so much for watching. I will figure out how the hell I'm supposed to do this interview room stuff, because I've turned on the party option in live stream and Mrs. P. I've turned on the party option, but I'll ask Viva. I'll ask Viva, and we'll figure out for next time. Yeah, I'll ask Viva. Don't worry. We'll see you next week then. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you all later.